your original culture. So your ways of life is not that it should be. So you naked because you really don't have the proper clothing, the proper armor that they say. Or you don't have the armor, clothes to protect you. Hunger nakedness out of doors. Out of doors because you live from day to day. You got enough money to make it.
Please, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
I see. Pardon me.
It's recording, so.
Pardon me.
But peace, God.
And
And you
you
be.
know that you got it. Why? Because you can get up every morning, go to work, you can get up every morning, go to school. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying something wrong with that. You can get up, go to the liquor store, and pour out in the street. So you say, oh, I'm free. And I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people have never really experienced freedom is not physical. Freedom is mental. To be free. A lot of people, matter of fact, the majority of people have never experienced freedom. You understand? They experience rights. You have a right to go to the store and get drunk. You have a right to get up in the morning and brush your teeth. You have a right to do this. You have a right. That's not freedom. That's just a right. A human, what they say, God given right. But to be free, you say you're free to go. Mind over matter. If this is ever free, the matter is open. You understand? When they say you can fly like a bird, let me tell you something. People don't even know what freedom is. First time I experienced freedom, true freedom, I was on a subway station. And I was with some brothers. And all of a sudden something hit me, boom. And I said, damn, I feel so free. I really felt like that. But the brothers was looking at me. I looked across on the other side of the platform and there was a coach seat. He was looking at me with this look. Because he knew. He said, damn, that guy. He knew I was free. That's the first time I really ever experienced freedom. I'm not talking about what you say. I'm talking about what happened. You understand? Because you got to go from the mind to the body. The mind controls the matter. So the only way the matter can be free is the mind that is free. And the mind is our law. So when you come into your state of being or you come into our law, you will experience freedom. And therefore, that's when your enemy is looking dead at you and saying, I got to cover this. If this one can start to show other ones, we got a problem. So it says, let's destroy all air. The air like me, like all law. I ain't talking about the black and brown color. I'm talking about women that are all. Whether you black, brown, yellow, I don't give a damn. I'm talking about the air like it's light all. The unlight is not. That's whether you black, brown, yellow, white, whatever. You gotta know who's around you at all times. Don't just accept somebody because they come in black clothes, black skin. That don't mean that they ain't like it. They could be totally unlike here, and express it here in what they do. That's why he said, do not take things on face value. Don't just look at something and say, oh, well, that's all right. Look, you can see it. We know that. Right? Because we got knowledge and wisdom, which causes us to have a better understanding. You understand? This is what this culture is about. Waking us up from a mental death. Therefore, we have no power because we're mentally dead. And we are being ruled by someone who has power over us until we get out, until we take that power back. And then the queen shall rise and the king will be manifesting himself on the throne. And the queen there with him. And the children is just God and the earth over again. The stars ain't nothing but us. We're all stars. And we shine. Some of us shine brighter than others. But we all shine. You understand? So as above, so below. As you see the stars in the sky, you look around and you see stars right here. All of us are stars. Everybody is. There you make a star. Here's a star. So it's up to you to resurrect yourself. You understand? We here to show you. We here to help. We here to guide you because somebody guided us. All the way back to the foundation, the root, which is the all I see the supreme being Allah. And from that tree, all the branches are branches. And they can't stop it because it's everlasting living after that. Those bones, them bones that was clustered, they started rattling and they started shaking. You know why? They started waking up. We are the bones that they talk about in your life. We are the dead bones. Blind, deaf, and what? Dead, dumb. But after a while, it started shaking and moving and shaking. Why? Because it's getting some life, bringing things back. You understand? So when you see yourself getting things together, that's because you're waking up. And believe me, there's an evil devil out there that's duty bound to stop it. Say, kill them at birth. Kill the black, meaning the original, the air-like at birth. And if you can't kill you at birth, don't think you're going to stop. You understand? Because all of us are babies. You might say, I'm 50 years old. I ain't talking about physical. I say, you're babies. You're babies here. You understand? Why does he fear the devil now that he's a grown man? Well, many people are still growing here. You have to grow here. He keeps you dead here. Plants is fearing you here. You got to resurrect here to get yourself together. They talk about, oh, the spirit. We say the mind. Same thing, just different words, but if you understand it, you got to draw it up. It's not confusing. It's simple. If you look at it, it's simple. It's part of your life. You live it every day. You live, when I'm talking about you live every day, whether you know it or not, this goes on every day. So you might as well get on, what they say, get on the good foot. If you got any kind of sense, if you really got any damn sense, you might as well get on the good foot. Or you just want to just keep on, like the last poet said, BSing and BSing and BSing and BSing. You understand? All the knuckleheads out there that think they got it on, the drug dealers and the pimps and all that, they think they got it on, they ain't nothing but food and two. Because they keep the system going on, the negative system. When push comes to shove, what they got? Nothing. They think because they got some money in their hand, it make them rich. They make them rich. They make them rich only in a dollar bill, y'all. But after the dollar bill is gone, you still ain't got your mental power. You still ain't got your true freedom. You still killing this one to get that. You understand? God is about bringing everlasting life, not killing his own self. So some people live for money. And people say, oh, money is the root of all evil. No, money is not the root of all evil. You need money to live, my brother. They leave out the most important word. And the most important word is love. They say money is, no, there's a word before that word money. And the word before that word money is love of money. Meaning you'll do anything. Love it. Kill your mama, your sister, your brother. That's not freedom. That's actually being enslaved. Because you allow the evil to keep on living. I told myself I wasn't going to say a word today. And I'm always going against what I say. Let me express what I know. Make me feel good. Make me feel good to let other people say, You understand? Because if I do this, I'm gonna lock myself up. Not only, you can talk about the 18th degree. Yeah, but not only that, I'm just doing myself a disfavor. I'm not being fair to myself. Let alone anybody. I'm not being fair to myself to just lock myself up. It's like I'm being greedy. I got something to give, and I say, I ain't giving y'all that. That's a greedy man. I got something to offer, but I don't want to give y'all nothing. That's a greedy man. That's one of those dirty temptations that you got to get over. Because in the long run, that's going to keep you alive. You understand? Because you know better, and you just letting stuff fall apart. You think that's going to hurt just anybody else? It's going to hurt you too. Because you're part of the mix. And the only way you're going to make the mix get better is to do something in it. If you in it, and you just let it keep on being bad, how that help you? You part of it too. The best way to make anything better is to stir it up and put something in it good to get something out of it good. So you got to express yourself. You got to let it be known. You understand? People will say, oh, I'm going to explode. You say it any way you want, but you better let it out. You'll feel good. You understand? That love, peace, and happiness, you want to share it. That's what's good about us. That's what I like about us. I'm talking about black, good black. I like that because we are some of the fairest people on the planet Earth. We some of the nicest people on the planet Earth. You can come amongst us and we will open our hearts. Try to go to other people in there. They'll tell you to get the hell out of here, and they will call you the N-word. They will call you, you know why? Because they don't like your strong. So they want to tear it down because they're not strong. So we don't like strong. They want to destroy strong. And they want to make sure that strong don't never get up. But then they were strong, get up strong, is going to take it and say, what the hell is really going on here? This weakness has got everything messed up. Weak bones, weak blood, weak period. And because if I don't do anything about it, this weakness is going to keep on controlling everything and make everything go to trash. It's already in the garbage already. So I got to understand, build or destroy. Then why did God make them? He did it for a reason, to show us truth. What I said before, that he is all righteous, and that he can make something which is wicked, and then give him the power. He didn't have power, and give him the power to rule for 6 days, 6 years, 6 months, whatever, 6. And on the 7th day, I say, now the time is up. Look what you have done. Let me straighten this universe out. Let me put things back in order. What do you think you're here for? You're here to put things back in order. Accept your job. Accept your duty. You're not here just to be playing around. If you're here just to be playing around, then you need to be like the people out there, because they don't got no knowledge and all they do is play around. And hate when they see you. Oh, here come one of them fires. Look at their face. Here come one of them fires. They don't say, here come one of them. They don't get you with ugliness. Because they know you the order. And they know that they is the disorder. You coming to mess things up. You understand? I mean, we go through this every day. If you open up and look around, you'll see it happens every day. You know those that love you and those that despise you. But don't get disappointed. I'm thinking of another word. Don't feel bad because they don't love you. Love yourself. And you got Israelites around who are just like brothers and sisters. Ain't everybody. There's a whole lot of them out there. They're going to try to show you how ugly they are. They got to say God don't like us. They're going to show you how ugly they are. You got to show them how beautiful the right you are. Because your light shines much brighter than theirs. And you will attract all those that want to learn and know. You will attract the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just know that the right is the ones that's going to be right. The ones that's bad, they want to stay bad, they'll fall to the wayside. And the ugly is just like the bad. Right? But that's a part of it. That cipher is going on and on and on and on and on until we make everything new. See, when that's going to happen, it's say in your own time. A lot of brothers used to tell me, they used to say, God, you got to take the devil off of us. They didn't say don't plan. They said you got to take the devil off of your plan. What they meant was, you got to get yourself together so you can get the devil's claws off. You see, because he lives off. He's a parasite. Each and every one of us live off, individually as well as collectively. So when they say you got to take the devil off your ground, they mean free yourself from all that wickedness. So you can't use you. And that's what we teach. Freedom, justice, and equality. And through that, you will rise up to the top and leave that wicked one. And when he can't use you, guess what? He loses power. And that's what we talk about, taking the power back. You understand? Some people say, well, God always been here. Yeah, God always been here. That's right. Yeah, you know that Wizard of Oz? You see that guy behind the curtain? Yeah, always been here. Doing everything. Now I'm going to take the cover off and say, I'm going to reveal myself. I'm the one that's controlling all of this. I let all this happen so that I can show them who in this day and time. And it's up to us to do it, each and every one of us. It's incumbent upon us to do it. We're not here just for our good looks. You know? We're not here just because we're here. You know, some of us do. We're here just because. There's a lot more to it than that. And this is the house of this is the learning house. You understand? I look around here, man. Yeah, let me say this something. At 2:30, this auditorium, every seat was taken. I'm talking about 40 years ago. I look around right now. All I see is brown seats, brown seats, brown seats. And listen, people say, oh, don't worry. It just don't make me feel good. Because when I got knowledge of myself, and I went to college in 1969, 1970, there was nowhere you could even, there was nowhere to stand. People was out in the hallways, opening the door. They was all on the stage. That was right after the father went home. So 5% was booming. You had all the firstborn here, which was power packs. You had old man Justice here. You had everybody was here. It was powerful. So I seen that with my own eyes. So that's why it makes me feel bad. Now, in this year, I look around and I say, I never realized, I never go to be like this. I go to just old and on. What I do say is there's 5% is outside of New York City. And all over the United States. And I give all praises to them. They never even seen the Father. But what did that preacher say? They come, what the Bible says, they come not by sight, but by faith. They didn't have to see the Father physically, but they come because of their longing and their belief and their faith. To rise up to a better day. I give praises to them. All over the United States. All those 5%. That's not here today. But they here in our mind. They here in my mind. That's what I'm talking about. That's great. In New York City, I've seen you. Look at New York City. So, understand, we all over. We're not just here. They have their own politics in their own states. All praises due to them. It's great for them because they building in their own circumference, their own site. We here in the group, we got to do the same thing. Not that we're not doing it, but we got to fill up our seats. I was talking with one of my grandsons today. I think he's 16. I said, yo, I got to start bringing you to these politics. Because you want his brother, him, he's cool. I like him. That's my man. And you know what his name is? Future. And when he came to a party, Dumas said, all right, tell us your name. Tell us your name. When they got to him, he said, my name is Future. He said, my name is, his last name is King. He said, my name is Future King. Dumas said, oh, we got a Future King, yeah. That's my man. That's my man. I like him. He's a good brother. I like him. I'm going to squeeze him up. They're trying to keep him in that religion. I got to resurrect him out of that dead state of mind. Because all that's going to do is teach you. Get on your knees and hope and wish for something that you're supposed to do for yourself. And what did they say that our brother told me? He said, let the dead be the dead. Or they say bury the dead. Let the dead be the dead. Let the living be the living. If you want to be dead, go with the dead. But I'm about the living. I'm about rising up. That's what we're about. Anyway, today's wisdom equality, my wisdom is manifested. That's why I showed you all my equality. And my equality was manifested by my wisdom. All coming from my knowledge to make everything done. And understood. Have a glorious day, a peaceful day, a learning day, a beloved day. Show love, peace, and happiness to your brothers and sisters. Keep the cycle positive. Keep the cycle strong. Let everybody know the gods and the earth is here.
It's your love 5%. And I am honored to welcome all of you that showed today to our first Parliament of the Gregorian calendar year 2025. January 2025, this is our first calendar of this year. Right? And wrap it up, I want to say a few things, man. You know, there's two clipboards here. One is for if you want to come and build. Right? But if you have some business that is of importance to our nation, there's the second clipboard there. Please sign it. And I would like you to highlight what you're going to speak on. But if you do have some business, come up and share it. Right? Outside of that, you know, I usually, every year I try to give a voice my encouragement to you along 5%. To keep on building, keep on striving in the most desperate of times. Right? Our culture, our knowledge and wisdom carries us through. Today's mathematics is wisdom equality. Right? The David Degree asks us what year was that? Right? I, however, would like to focus on zigzag zig. Right? Wisdom equality in our alphabet. Right? Now, many do not understand the meaning of zigzag zig. And I'm going to try to, well, I'm not going to try to, I'm going to explain as best I can exactly what zigzag zig is. Right? If you look at the shape of the Z, you see a slant like you're on a straight path. Then it has this with it seems like you're going back. Hopefully you'll be on the straight path again. Zigzag zig encourages us, man, to weather any storms that may come about in your life. The trials and tribulations, the changes that come about. Right? And we know, man, that our life is can always go on a straight line. Some of us may have started our life with something occurred, you know, in our life to set us back. You know, whether they're going to the penile, drug addiction, broken relationships, our children, the hopes and dreams we have for them, they do not meet the standard, right? But I'm looking at it, man, that, you know, my life and your life, I don't know about you, but I know mine is not going to go to church. There have been trials and tribulations I had to go through, right? But I always kept in mind that my culture is supreme. My mathematics have never let me down. Even when I had my experiences in the dead world, there's something was always there to carry me through. Wisdom equality, to know the difference between the good equality and the bad equality. Because some of us have equality with the devil, 85%. Some of us have equality there all the time with this culture. Right, but to know the difference, to be able to discern right from wrong. How many here don't know the difference between right and wrong? Everyone should know the difference between right and wrong, which way to go. Now, things can occur when we see misinformation. You get the wrong information about things. But this information is done purposely to lead you in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? When one has wisdom, one is able to know the difference between right and wrong, the difference between the truth and the lie, right? To know the difference between us and the rest of the world. To know the difference between you and a Muslim. To know the difference between our culture and religious theology. To know the difference and to be able to discern what is right from ourselves and what's wrong. And also to know the difference between yesterday and today. Things have changed. You know, and change is a natural occurrence in all of our lives. Right? For example, when I came into this nation, I had a certain outlook, a certain view, a certain things I had learned. There's a lot of things I had to unlearn because they did not apply here. And it's a natural transition. Change is going to occur whether you like it or not. We look at today, the music is different. The style of clothes are different. The way people react to one another are different in some ways, but some things still remain the same. Right? We can look at life and mathematics. We can look at the world. We can look at our lessons. For example, right? Today in the solar fact speaks about Neptune. Right? But you take the mathematics of its distance from the sun, and you won't come up with wisdom equality. It's very simple to do. You know, 2,893 is going to give you, if you put the letters together, 22. You have 6 cycles to make a million. You call those as units, and you will come up with wisdom, what? Wisdom equality. Right, so we're always building for the right. What is this nation building for? In my mind, we're here to make this country strong just by our presence, by our involvement in the community, and our involvement in the things that we do. Right? Our involvement is, as 5%, means, man, that we are here to give light when there's darkness. It means that all of us have the innate ability to teach, to give guidance. But I want to tell you something. I'm not here to guide anyone. I'm not here to guide. You are self-guided by the power of living mathematics, living your truth, being in the truth all the time. Now, it is true that our numbers have dwindled at these holidays. But yet I wanted to tell you that all around this country, in all 11 regions, even outside, in God's earth, everywhere, that are willing to do things for the benefit of themselves, their families, their communities, for our people. Right? We're a diverse nation. Right? And I always say, man, that this nation is big enough, strong enough, and wise enough to accommodate every manifestation of the true living God and earth. they're still here. We've gone through some changes. Some of the brothers had that used to be here, that we broke our neck to hear Parliament, they're not here. But still, it still remains the same. Parliament is important. This is a universal parliament where we come together. When we come together, not only to discuss our personal lives and all that, but to discuss exactly where we're taking to the future. And it's all about the children. It's all about focusing on the young. But I want to tell you something, man, right? For me, it is important, very important, that we reach some of these adolescents that are out here going buck wild and killing one another. And killing one another. But I want to tell you something, the truth don't stop nothing with it. I'm not saying that ourselves, as being in our 30s, 40s, 50s, should be out there. We have got to encourage the young to give them the tools, man, to get out there to deal with the young. To deal with the young. To deal with their peers. To stress the fact, man, that we're about education. We're about being civilized people. We're about, man, getting a leg up in society and being able to prosper within this land, which is our land. As the new administration is coming, right? And the people are so afraid of what the future holds, but we knew this day was coming. There would be someone, man, that would wake them up by the fact of the hardships that they'll go through. And the last thing I want to say is that we got to begin to control the narrative. The way things are expressed to us at all these mass social media platforms and all this that's come to us. Did you know that in Pasadena, which is now on fire, there's a black community called Altadena, a historic black community that got burned to the ground? When I woke up and I didn't realize that until just a few days ago. It's called Altadena, California. A historic black community. And I heard it that when I saw that it had been burned down, my mind went to Greenville, Oklahoma, which was considered to be the Black Wall Street that was burned to the ground. Right? Everywhere we look now, things are being taken away from people. And in my mind, you know, one thing I said, I wonder if one of these devils purposely set that fire. I'm not going to accuse nobody, but 9 times out of 10, I'm generally not wrong about what's going on because I see things, man, and know things that others do not. There are organizations that are out here, man, that are determined to disrupt the flow of this country. You have enemies. They're enemies of foot. We have enemies in our midst. You know, you may not see them. You got to be aware of who's in your midst. Be conscious of who you go with, who you sleep with, who you talk to. Because I want to tell you something, man. They feel 5% more than anybody else. Because you have the truth. You have the knowledge and wisdom of who they are. And with that, family, I hope that you will come forth and feel today and make this parliament great like all of you great. Because the greatness depends on you. Right? This is your parliament. This is your time. Come up and build. And with that, I'll say peace, family. Peace.
Peace.
I just want to say, man, I appreciate everybody who came out. I had days where I came to politics in the school, and I got knowledge of God help me. I came here and see what's good. We cannot worry about that because we have a life before it. We have to do it. Maybe I'll see you this power. My wisdom, we see my father. See my father, we see how I feel. That's what we have to, first thing we have to they were searching for a non-existent person. That's why I'm now Street, because who is this mystery God? And I'm now Cypress. It became a mystery because here's a man who is now a disciple looking for himself. So he went through the cycle, and when he came back to the cycle, he came to the perfect people. And our student wrote, he was the original man. So he, all that whole time, he was searching for himself. That's why I believe that song that Michael Jackson made, speaking about the man in the mirror. You gotta get that reflection of who you say you are. You gotta walk this, you gotta talk this, you gotta breathe this. You cannot just come up here and put on a suit for one day. This is something that you gotta wear each and every day. Our 5% is like the song says, each and every day, each and every way, I will show and prove and teach you what? Righteous. So righteous only means to be right and exact. We got a lot of individuals who deal with a lot of religion. You know what I mean? Now, when I say religion, you got a lot of us who still have the mindset of a Christian. You got to come out of that. That's why when God said about cleaning the devil, or cleaning up the devil that existed in you, you got to clean that up first. Because in order for me to teach the duty of a civilized man is to teach civilization to everything. They don't regard the food or what. They ain't got no color. But if you don't remain civilized, how you going to teach civilization? You're not going to participate in exactly activities. How you going to teach civilization? They looked at it. I don't have to be God to do some of the things I see some of these individuals do. And I'm going to leave that on the dangerous situation because I don't judge nobody. They judge themselves. There's a common time where you got to say, yo, I'm a man now. So what I did as a boy, I can't do that no more because I'm a grown man. Stop fighting the devil now that you're a grown man. Stop eating his food. When I talk about food, I'm not just talking about the stuff that you consume physically. Because the mental food is more dangerous than the food that energetic. Because eventually, that's going to wear out. It's like I told the person, the worst ass kicking that you can give a person is a mental ass. And I can cut you up. You heal from that. But if I leave something in your mind, that's going to stay there for a long time. It's never going to be a race. That's the truth. The truth always going to rise above all the BS. Straight like that. That's why you have brothers that's still here, you know what I mean, building, like our brother Divine Prince, like Allah Shah. You know, even though we lost a lot of strong individuals, we still have strong individuals amongst us. But if you don't come amongst them, how would you know? If you don't build with them, how would you know? How would you know anything if you don't never question the brothers? Half these brothers scared you to say something to the brothers. You know? Oh, wow. If you got animosity against your brother, right away, you're moving wrong. You're moving wrong. If you can't sit here and discuss with your brother, that's not your brother. You might as well take the BR off here and call me your brother. That's not your brother. And I can't listen, you look out for each other. You got to bring that water back. You understand? And then eventually you will fill up. But the first fill to fill, we got to be mind. You got to fill this up first. Because if this is empty, how you going to fill anything else? You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many lessons you know. I don't care how you get up here and hope. Because, like I said a long time ago, in my bills a long time ago, a parent before. You teach him, now as a kid, he'll tell you, they remember, man, this is quality. All we want to build, you know, and buy, you know what I mean? And we have a lot of business brothers who want $4. But they don't understand. That's the best part. That's why I say, do my business. You still ain't quality. Do my quality, you don't understand my business. Because ain't no half step in the movement. It gets more crucial as the years go by. Every one of us in here is getting older. The only way we're going to see the hereafter is you young guys have to step up. Like I said, I get tired of, it's like we come here and no disrespect to my brother. You got to hear from a bunch of old men on. I'm one of them. I want to hear some of these young brothers, some of these ideas that y'all have, what y'all put together. And we got to encourage them that, you know, it's hard. It's really hard because you got these guys running around talking their blood. You got these cats running around talking their crib. So when it comes amongst us, it's just doing the same thing that everybody else doing. I ain't gotta be him. I'll be him. Because remember, he's easily led in the wrong direction and hard to be led in the what? Right. So it's easy to walk around here being a knucklehead. That's easy. A dumb motherfucker ain't gotta be accountable for nothing. He just dumb. So when a boy says, oh, that's all right, he's stupid. But a wise man, you know what I mean? He's held accountable for his actions and his ways. So if I'm coming here and I'm telling you that I'm about right the exact thing, but yet I'm doing wrong, that's a contradiction to what I say, well, I am. Straight like that. The brother's got to realize, check this stuff. Those who want to talk to, they know what it is. I came, when this year came in, I made an agreement with myself. I said, I'm going to stop beating myself up. You know, I used to get those again. I ain't really involved with what they call me father. I was going to involved in anyway, but the stuff that they put in that stuff, you understand what I'm saying? It ain't weed no more. It's not weed no more. I felt like I was on another planet. Every time I spoke, I was sitting there floating. Like, what's going on? My mind like, boom, boom. But the thoughts going so fast, I was building it to be the shine. I couldn't even catch myself. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, damn. That's the time. And then imagine these young brothers. Then they listen to this music that all constantly telling them to go out there and pop everybody in their head. Then you got the videos, and then all these other negative things happen because remember, it's hard. They're telling you homosexuality is okay. Two men can get married, it's okay. You call somebody outside his name, it's a hate crime. Me, I'm gonna call you what you are. My father used to call me sick men, sick women. He never used the word homo, fag. He never used it. Because he said that when you call them things, you're already accepting what they are. So he said, I see that as a sick man. That's a sick woman. So I adopted to that. I didn't understand it because you know when you're young, you're a little knucklehead. I don't want to hear that. You don't know what you're talking about. But then when you have your own and you go through that, you know what I mean? You go through that cycle, you, oh man, you know what? You made a lot of sense. It was hard for him. He had 13 of us. He the only income that was coming in that house. My mother was physically blind. But don't get me wrong. She better than half of these women in this day and time. Because she took care of every last woman. We didn't run back and forth to the doctors. We didn't have health situations. She took care of it. She cooked, cleaned, just like a woman who had sight. One time, when we young was down, somebody visited. They asked my mother, they said, Miss Grant, it's amazing how clean you keep your house. It's beautiful in here. My mother told me, I'm blind, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm blind, but I'm not stupid. So that had to be a way out. She was not there trying to kick her body. If you ever look on the internet, all you see is women, and they all this, come on. I'm like to the point where I'm ready to take my page down, but I try to keep it up there because it's my means of communicating with people from distance. That's the only reason why I take that page down. But who does that? Want to see every time I come up, you know, all this, come on, bro. That's all you got to give me every one. Because that means you ain't got nothing to give me. You know what I mean? And I'm not going. The Marie came up, this that pimp was 2 seconds away from being flat. So they used to start moving out. So all that, and that's just, you know, little things, little stumbling blocks that they placed down the road, and if we didn't have the knowledge, the proper knowledge, fall right into it. You know what I'm saying? Let them tell me, be careful with the legs, so you don't fall off the edge, the devil's in the face. And that's all you do. And like I said, I'm leaving on this note. Until we have our own form of education, we'll still end up in the same predicament that we are right now. We got to bring out, start opening stuff by ourselves. I heard the guy talking about, I think he was talking about Rosewood. He talking about the thing that burned down. I think they have I was watching, according to how they put it on TV, they called it Rosewood. You understand what I'm saying? Where the Caucasian woman said a black man raped her, but she was a whore in the town. And she was like, all these people knock her down, and they used that as an excuse to kill black people and burn down their buildings, you know, because they had their own stuff. And every time we seem to get our own, he always come amongst us, is that, you know what, ain't that happen. You know what I mean? So, you got, like the God just was saying, few minutes ago, Don Chris said, we got infiltrated. Everybody say they use it, not you. And you gotta know your brother. You know your brother wants from you what you want from yourself. Simple as that. Plain simple. Can the devil fool God? Yeah, we ain't like that. I'm not saying that he can fool with God. I'm talking about a person, a steady person of that ability. Constantly fooling motherfuckers every day. He got his own social problem. He's filthy in what? All of them. He will not keep and obey the laws of his from. His ways, actions like that of what he said. What you do when you see it. You got to kill it before he get a chance to throw. Because what he's going to do is sting someone else, right? And that's what he constantly do. That's his job. You can't get bad and do it his job. That's what a lot of us do. Now I don't hate it because he was put here to do it. Because if I didn't see him, I wouldn't see him. You know what I mean? So the people want to plan. God and devil. You got to pick which one you are. You can't be both. I'm God, but but I'm blood. I'm blood God. But God. You know what I mean? Ain't no half in this. All the way to nowhere. You know what I mean? Try to figure out where you at. But what we need to do, like I said, I'm going to say this and I'm going to conclude. We need to come together, man, sit down and that conversation, man, set up an order of the day. You understand? Abide by it, you got to leave by it. Like those so-called the Ten Commandments. When my man came down from my side, I had big ass bricks and said, if you don't live by the law, then die by it. Now, that was the beauty. The way they set that up, even if you wasn't believing in that shit, you're like, oh, damn, they color, you know, not for a little kid looking at that. You don't have to stop understanding. You're like, damn, bro, that's the feel. And then you make it hard to see and all this. Come on, man. You gotta wake up. But we just hit in the head, how would you quit? You know, like, all the older people know what I'm talking about. They have, I'm gonna say, they have a car too. Big ass cat, and a little rat, and you spin, and throw the brick. Boom! You hit the motherfucking cat in the head. The cat just get up and say, hey man, I love you.
Give me the videotape.
Why would you get up and say you love me? You just knock your ass out with a brick. You're supposed to throw that brick back at him, try to knock his ass out. So, I just say that to say this, man. I love y'all. Those who took the time to come to the comment, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? We have a job to do. Like that. I don't know, I forgot to make that thing. That ain't no half step. No more time for that, man. You know what I mean? Just no more time for that, man. We're getting older, man. I'm equality, power. I'm trying to get my head out of it. We get the 70s. And I'm trying to keep off the plan. I want to see that reward that was promised to me. I'm on the road, he's making that happen. Those days, I got time. I love you, but I'm still far from you. Because if you ain't teaching me like you're supposed to talk, you don't need to talk to me because I'm not going to listen. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to nobody. But on some deal, I have no more time for bullshit. Thanks.
Hey, can I just say one thing, brothers and sisters in this nation here? Show some, silence your phones, man. Turn your phone down. Put it on vibrate. You won't miss the call. It'll vibrate.
Hey. My name is Garland Marshall, and working for one thing. Give flowers to a brother. That's important what Child said, because that's distracting. Right? When you're speaking, I get it, at your phone, I get it, that's distracting. Because you're not going to do it nowhere else. Make no mistake about that. It's not, it becomes our own, let's be mine. You know, I'm not chastising about this. So, last Parliament, I spoke about NOCA, and I spoke about that's entity amendment that came after a lawsuit won in state court, right? And then subsequently thereafter, it was also cultural management, right? I was just speaking briefly about that, right? But what I wanted to say was this, before, and presently, one person there who doesn't really get props, man, is my man, Master Shamal. Right? This is a man who single-handedly communicates with people in the prison. I can